Hello folks, and welcome to your May video update for the 19th VDD G&A International Armbruster and VDD G&A's 50th anniversary. I'm your 2021 Test Director Mark Hewer, and the Great Plains chapter is the proud host of this year's event in Fort Morgan, Colorado on September 22nd to 25th. A proud sponsor of your 2021 Armbruster and VDD G&A is Purina Pro Plan. Also platinum sponsor, Virgo Accounting. The International Armbruster is the premier testing and social event of the year. And the 2021 Armbruster is also a celebration of VDD G&A's 50th anniversary. It will be a 4-day Armbruster event and celebration of VDD G&A that you do not want to miss. In this video, we'll go over some training tips, breed show do's and don'ts, HD, OCD, and HN information, requirements, how to enter, and deadlines. General event information will also be touched on. A double gold sponsor for this year's Armbruster is the Southeast Hunter chapter. So just where is Fort Morgan, Colorado located? Well, it's about an hour northeast of Denver, Colorado. It's easy to get to whether you're flying or driving. Fort Morgan is also just a couple hours away from beautiful Rocky Mountain National Park. It's a couple 2 or 3 hours away from sharptail hunting in western Nebraska, and also during the Armbruster event, sage grouse, sharptail, and blue grouse seasons are all open in Wyoming. Wednesdays and Saturdays activities along with Thursday and Friday's fieldwork are being held at the Long Meadow Game Resort. Friday's 50th anniversary celebration along with Thursday and Friday's waterwork and breed show are being held at the Double Barrel Hunting Lodge. Where can you find out more information about this year's event? At G&A's website on the public page under events, then the Armbruster 2021 tab. We have the schedule event up, all beginning on Wednesday, September 26th. Noon to 3 is handler, judge, and guest registration. 7:30 a.m. kicks off testing on both Thursday and Friday. We'll be starting VDD G&A's 50th anniversary jubilee a little earlier, about 4:30 on Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, we've got the Parade of Dogs, a short general membership meeting, also a continuing education and seminar, some sporting clays or cleanup chucker hunting. And then we round out this fabulous event with the closing ceremony and awards banquet at 6 p.m. on Saturday. In addition to the scheduled event, we also have the 2021 entry form on this year's Armbruster page, as well as lodging and hotel information, and meals will be posted shortly. Let's now hop into the training tips section, and is brought to you by gold sponsor Dogs Unlimited. Make your good dog better. Kafaru, gear for life. Iron Will, premium knives and archery components. Draghar Addiction, the original Draghar store. Hunt Ready, premium vests and upland gear. The number one training tip we can give you is to complete the force fetch or trained retrieve if you haven't done so. You need a great method to follow, and the Jim Dobbs or Tritronics trained retrieve method, a tried and true method, is highly recommended by experienced DD and trainers in general. More information on it can be found at dobbsdog.com, and you can also pull up some YouTube videos. Do not do a lot of drags. Many times people do way too many drags, and it comes back to bite them on test day. 1 or 2 every other week is all you need to do if you've got a solid force fetch in place. Keep a balanced training program. Work on everything a little bit rather than concentrating on one item for weeks on end. Short, frequent training sessions, much better than long, infrequent sessions. Train whistle commands and basic hand signals. Don't forget about obedience. And if you haven't trained and tested before or don't have a lot of experience, get the VDD G&A JGHV testing video available at dogsunlimited.com. Let's now hop into some HD, OCD, and HN information. Hips, shoulders, and hardness. Where can you find information on this? Underneath the Breeders tab on the Members section of G&A's website. Then go to For Breeders, and the HD, OCD, ED information section. Detailed instructions are located here. If you're not familiar with how to read everything that's on the Onentafel, check that out, as well as your breeding regulations and how to use the breed book. What about the HN? Talk to your breeder if you're unfamiliar with the HN or hardness process. Rules are in the appendix of the VZPO, the breed test regulations. Contact HD coordinator Jeannie Steffen for the required HN card and submission instructions, And the submission deadline for HN paperwork is July 8th. It can take almost 3 months to get paperwork back from Germany sometimes, so do not delay on getting your HN completed. It must be submitted to the HN coordinator by July 8th. Breed Show do's and don'ts. This segment is being brought to you by our gold sponsor breeders, Joe Almond and Vom Seymour Kennel, Lana Cluck and Vom Eisbärteich Kennel, Nick Earhart and Vom Flusdrehen, and Ron Figler and Vom Kerbis Haken. Many times folks may be unsure how to prepare for the breed show. You do not want to bathe your dog generally for 4 to 6 weeks prior to the breed show. Do not trim your dog's coat or beard, and do not take them to a groomer. Do not let your dogs get over or underweight. Even a couple of pounds either way can make a big difference. Dead, washed out hair on the body, legs, and feet should be stripped 6 to 8 weeks before the breed show. Do pluck with your thumb and forefinger loose, long and dead hair from the dog's body, legs, and top of the head. Every dog is different though, and if possible, talk with a local breed show judge at one of your chapter events this summer. Do make sure your dog is in very good physical shape. Do make sure your dog will walk nicely on a loose leash. Allowing the dog to move freely is key for an evaluation. If doing water work at the Armbruster before your breed show, do dry off and comb your dog after the water work. Now let's get into entry requirements and deadlines. The Armbruster is an HCP test and breed show and does have eligibility requirements. You're probably all familiar that you must have at least 65 points in a VJP test of the given year, have a clearly defined beard, must meet breed show standards with at least a pre-evaluation of solid good and conformation, and coat, hips that are certified HD free, shoulders OCD free, be willing to freely enter water and search, be gunfire tolerant, and also receive your HN certification from JGHV. The entry deadline is 45 days prior to the event, and this year is August 9th, 2021. Application for the HN certificate must have been submitted to the HN coordinator, as we've mentioned, by July 8th. X-ray evaluation forms must have been submitted to the HD coordinator by the entry deadline of August 9th. So don't delay in preparing for this year's 2021 Armbruster. Armbruster pre-evaluations. What all is required? For the water work, it must be witnessed and signed off by a JGHV judge, not an apprentice. The dog must be gunfire tolerant in water, just like we do with an actual HCP. A duck should be thrown for the pre-evaluation, but a dummy can be used. The dog is not required to retrieve the duck or dummy, as there is no manner retrieve evaluation or requirement in the pre-evaluation. After checking gunfire tolerance, the dog must freely enter water and search without the presence of a duck and without throwing a rock or dummy. There is no manner of retrieve evaluation or requirement either. It is a pass-fail evaluation, and both have to be a pass at the time of the evaluation in order for it to be signed off as completed. If need be, the sequence can be repeated at a different time. So what about form and hair pre-evaluations? It must be done by a VDD breed show judge, not an apprentice. Both form and hair must be evaluated by the breed show judge in the good category in order for it to be signed off as being completed. Entering the Armbruster. You must complete the standard Form Blot 1 or test entry. You must also submit scans of both sides of your dog's Onentafel, the green pedigree. You must complete the entry form for the 2021 Armbruster. The entry fee must be paid online and is of $160. Scans of the dog's VJP Form Blot 3, score sheet must be submitted. Scan of the dog's HN certificate. Scan of the dog's HD, OCD, and ED paperwork if you did also elbow dysplasia. Only send the forms received from Germany with the stamp and signature. Items 1 through 5 must have been sent to the GNA breed warden no later than the entry deadline, which is August 9th. You can send in your entry before you get the HN certificate back or completed, and also before you get the HD OCD completed. But these two items, number 6 and number 7, must both be completed by the entry deadlines we've stated. A copy of the Form Blot 1 and Onentafel must also be sent to me, the test director. And if you've got questions, please contact me at mark@dayweather.com or 307-421-9322. So where can you pay for your entry? At the GNA store. Once you click on it, scroll down to the GNA International Armbruster section. And while you're there, you might as well also get your VJP HCP test videos. Once you click on the Armbruster button, that'll take you to the next window. You can get your entry feed paid for. You can buy Armbruster raffle tickets, and you could also purchase your breeder or gold sponsor ad. And if you have an item you'd like to donate for the prize table or event auction, please reach out to me. And soon we will have our event meals posted in the GNA store as well. Thanks for watching, and your next video update will come out in July. We hope to see you in Fort Morgan, Colorado for the 19th International VDD GNA Armbruster and VDD GNA's 50th anniversary.